We live in a world of two realities. There is the financial reality, where central banks can print trillions of dollars in a weekend, where stocks can trade at 200 times earnings, and where value is nothing more than a digital illusion on a screen. But then, there is the physical reality. In the physical world, you cannot print an element. You cannot quantitative ease a molecule. You cannot negotiate with the laws of thermodynamics. For 40 years, the financial reality has suppressed the physical reality. But that era ended in 2025. Right now, the single most critical element for the modern world, the metal that acts as the nervous system for every iPhone, every EV, every ballistic missile, and every AI server, is hitting a mathematical wall. We are running out. And the terrifying part isn't that we are running out of jewelry or coins. We are running out of the ability to power the 21st century. While you were distracted by the stock market, the industrial giants of the world, Apple, Samsung, Tesla, and the US military, have quietly started a shadow war. A war for the last remaining stockpiles of physical silver. Why? Because they know the secret that Wall Street is ignoring. Without silver, the digital age goes dark. Let me show you the mechanism. It's called inelastic industrial demand. For decades, silver was seen as a monetary metal, or a jewelry metal. But recently, a new beast awoke that is hungrier than anything we have ever seen. Artificial intelligence. You see AI chips, like the ones from Nvidia that run ChatGPT, run hot. Extremely hot. They require massive amounts of power and complex cooling systems. Copper is too slow. Gold is too expensive. Silver is the most conductive metal on the periodic table. It is the only metal capable of handling the electrical load of the AI revolution without melting or causing latency. A standard server uses a tiny amount of silver. An AI server cluster? It uses up to 3 times the amount. Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are building these data centers in every corner of the globe. They are pouring concrete and installing racks as fast as they can. Every single connection, every solder joint, every switch requires silver. They are building a machine that eats the world's silver supply, and they have no plan B if the metal runs out. But AI is just the new demand. We haven't even talked about the green energy elephant in the room. Solar power. For years, analysts said, don't worry, solar panels are getting more efficient. They will use less silver. They were wrong. The industry shifted to new technologies, like TOPCon and HJT cells, to capture more sunlight. Image of photovoltaic cell structure. But here's the catch. These new high-efficiency panels require 50% to 80% more silver per unit than the old ones. In 2014, solar used 5% of the silver supply. Today, it is devouring nearly 20%. By 2027, forecasts suggest solar alone could consume 30% of all the silver mined on Earth. And this demand isn't optional. It is mandated by law. Governments have legally committed to net zero. They have made it illegal not to build these panels. They legislated the demand, but they forgot to check the geology for the supply. There is one more buyer. A buyer who doesn't care about the price, the military-industrial complex. Silver oxide batteries are the power source for torpedoes. Silver contacts are inside every Tomahawk missile. Silver coatings are on the satellites that guide them. You cannot fight a modern war without silver. Here's the scary part. The United States used to have a massive strategic stockpile of silver for this exact reason. Billions of ounces. But they sold it. All of it. By 2002, the US Strategic Stockpile hit zero. Today, if the US military needs silver for a war, they have to go to the open market and bid against Apple and Tesla. This is a national security crisis waiting to happen. But just mine more, the economists say. If the price goes up, supply will appear. This is the fatal flaw in their thinking. They don't understand the geology. First, ore grades have collapsed by over 50% in the last decade. We are moving twice the dirt for half the reward. But second, and most importantly, 70% of silver is a byproduct. Most silver isn't mined on its own. It is found by accident in copper, lead, and zinc mines. This means silver supply is inelastic. If the global economy slows down and we need less copper for houses, we mine less copper. And if we mine less copper, we produce less silver. Exactly at the moment when the AI and solar industries need more. It is a supply death spiral. Even if silver goes to $100 an ounce, a copper miner isn't going to ramp up production just to get a little extra silver dust. Supply is capped. Demand is exponential. We are entering the unobtainium phase. This is the moment where the paper price on the COMEX becomes irrelevant. When Apple needs silver to launch the iPhone 17, they won't look at the spot price. They will look for physical bars. And if they can't find them, the factory lines stop. When that happens, the price won't drift higher. It will gap up. It will reprice to a level where the metal becomes available again. Is that 100, 500, or is it simply not for sale? The industrial giants are panic buying behind the scenes. The governments are waking up to the shortage. The window to secure your position in the physical world is closing. Subscribe to the Money Gallery. We watch the mechanism so you don't become the casualty.